بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد. Oh God. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Shabbir Hassan. Welcome to welcome to the ilmfeed podcast already. Oh man, when I introduce you to the guest today, you're going to know what those noises are about, and you're going to know why I'm already laughing, because you guys are in for a treat today. We have with us a very, 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 very special guest. I don't even know how to introduce you, bro. We have a very special guest. His name is Zeeshan, but many of you don't know his real name, Zeeshan Ali. You know him as Smile to Jannah.
Thanks for getting the name
Assalamu
right,
alaikum
bro.
wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, bro. How's it going?
Welcome to the ilmfeed podcast.
Thank you, bro. It's
Thank
nice
you.
to be here, bro. Good setup.
Yeah? Do
It's
you
not
like
better
it?
than my one, though, but it is
Alhamdulillah.
what it is, isn't it?
Bro, thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure, bro.
You know, I'm going to try and be as serious as possible.
Yeah.
It's very difficult for me to do that with someone like you here. But alhamdulillah, honestly, thank you so much for taking your time out to be here.
Pleasure, bro. Pleasure.
It's great to finally meet you as well. You know, I always see you on these YouTube videos, cracking the jokes, and it seems like you're no different in real life. You know, I've met a lot of people, by the way. I've met a lot of people who do like videos and things like that and personalities. And when you meet them in real life, they're a bit different to what you would expect them to be. You know what you see in the videos.
Waste, man, isn't it?
But with you, mashallah, you know, we're getting the smile to Jannah vibe. Alhamdulillah. Barakallah feek. May Allah always keep you smiling.
Shakil, Allah bless you, bro. You're a
Shabbir.
good guy, bro. I know you do these nasheeds and stuff, bro. All credit and respect to you, bro. Salah,
My name is Shabbir, not Shakil, okay?
Okay, Shakil, not Shabbir. Okay, it's in my head now. Shakil.
Oh, man.
Go
All right,
ahead, bro.
let's get into it. Okay, just so you guys know, you've already, like, for our viewers and listeners, you can already see what this episode is going to be like. I mean, even just to give you a bit of a background, when I asked Brother Zeeshan for 3 facts about himself, right, he said, and you need to clarify these facts for me, right? First fact was, you're a fan of oxygen.
Yeah.
You're a fan of oxygen.
Big fan, bro.
Why? What does
Bro,
that mean?
need it to live, bro. No oxygen, no life.
What about water then?
Water is important, but oxygen is key. When we land on the moon, we need oxygen first, bro.
Okay,
Then
and the
we need
second
water.
fact was you have over 100 eyelashes.
I do, bro. I need them. Otherwise, then stuff would go in my eyes.
How can you even confirm something like that for
Oh,
us?
what you do, bro, you just sit there. When you're really bored, you just count the bottom ones.
Okay.
And you just times them by 2. And then you double it for the other eye.
So now we know what Smile to Jannah does in his free time.
When I'm...
When you're not recording, basically.
When I'm not recording,
That's
in
basically-
between videos,
Okay.
you gotta pass the time somehow.
Nice.
And you
the
can,
And the final
and
fact
then
was
you
you
can
have
do low,
I don't even know how to pronounce this, man. You have a ganglia or something like
Ganglia, yeah.
What is that?
Ganglia is just some abscess on the hand. It's just at the end of tendons or something. It just comes and goes.
And that's an interesting fact about yourself.
Yeah.
Are you
But
the only
don't say
person that has
ganglia because that's boring. Say ganglia.
But I don't get it.
No,
Like, how is that an
seriously, bro.
interesting fact?
Try say it. Ganglia.
Ganglia.
No, ganglia.
No, I'm not gonna do that, man. I'm not smart.
Come on, bro. You gotta.
But can you just
You gotta meet
clarify?
me halfway, bro.
Can you
ganglia?
clarify? How is that an interesting fact? I thought everyone would have that.
No, you don't have it, bro.
How do you know?
Because I can see it. You're supposed to see it. Look, it's like this little bounce.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Mashallah.
Cameraman, he doesn't have it either.
Interesting. Okay, that is actually quite interesting then, now that you put it like that. So let's talk about YouTube. Because, mashallah, you have over 100,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Alhamdulillah.
Mashallah, congratulations on that.
Barakallah feek,
And,
bro.
you know, that's an amazing achievement in and of itself.
Yeah.
But tell us how you
It
got
is,
into...
bro. It's an amazing achievement.
Alhamdulillah.
Yarhamukallah.
Tell us how you got into YouTube then.
I just started a channel, innit?
Listen, this is a podcast, yeah? So it's like, we need some discussion.
Bro,
here,
you're
yeah?
my competition, bro. I have to run your podcast into the ground so my one goes up there.
We'll come to your podcast. But YouTube...
Are you talking about my declassified podcast? That's on Spotify, iTunes, and SoundCloud. Is that the one you're talking about?
Might be, yeah. It might be.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't really watched it though. You know, I'm not
That's
too-
bestie, bro. Look, Shakil. Look. we got to keep this going, yeah? So, you
Inshallah.
got to behave yourself, okay?
Alhamdulillah. Okay,
Yeah,
YouTube,
alhamdulillah.
Brother Zeeshan.
Yes.
How did you first get into YouTube? How long has it been? Because some people might think it's an overnight success, 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah. There's no such thing as an overnight halal YouTubing success.
Right.
As you, Shakil, the Nasheed artist, will know, it's very hard, bro.
Yeah.
Especially in the halal industry. Unless you're doing silly stuff, you're not going to be going viral. And if you're doing things properly, you have to add more creative juices to really make your content stand out. And that has to come from you. So how did I get into YouTube? Well, I started off just kind of re-uploading nasheeds.
Yeah.
Like your
Like the ones
industry.
you steal from me from time to time.
Borrow.
Borrow, okay.
Borrow, yeah.
Without permission.
Without permission, but let's not get personal, bro.
Okay.
Okay, Shakil.
All right.
Let's keep it civilized. Yeah. So it just started off small time. Then I started uploading lectures and stuff, and then I started noticing that people aren't, watching lectures as much. No one, even scholars. Like I felt, I met a few scholars. They were saying, I can't sit down and watch a 1 hour lecture on YouTube. So I was like, okay, what do you do then? Yeah, what could be the alternative? And it's just the same message, but you're just packaging it in a different way. It's just like you guys are doing in the nasheed industry. The knowledge is there, but you're just rhyming the sentences and adding like 200 times. So that's what I'm doing. It's the same thing, but I'm just adding a few jokes. And that's what it is, bro. And just keeping the videos small. It's just trial and error. So I got on there. It was just trial and error. And alhamdulillah, it did take longer than I expected, though. 5 years, bro.
5 years, yeah?
5 years. I expected it to take about 1, if not 2 years.
Really?
From the other kind of comedians that I saw. But they use music and other stuff.
Yeah.
But I was intent, and I had my mind set that I'm not going to do that because I need to show people that this is also possible.
Very interesting.
But then halfway through, I was like, this is clearly not working, bro. It's just the amount of times I just wanted to give up. It was ludicrous, bro. And you're going to go through that as well. It's going to be difficult, bro. It's going to be very hard. But as long as you believe in what you're doing, then you're going to be all right. If you're not, and if you don't, and you're doing it just to earn or just for someone else because they asked you to, you're not going to last, bro. Yeah, Shakil? It's not going to work out. Yeah.
All right, so why...
I was saying something quite serious, bro, and you're laughing, It's
you know what,
bestie, man.
It was quite motivational, I ain't going to lie. It was quite deep. So
before you killed it at the end, bro. I should really be sitting there, bro. You kind of stole my job, bro. I need to speak to Rafiq, bro. You should have really used me for the job.
Subhanallah. All right, listen. So
Alhamdulillah.
Listen, okay. So with your YouTube channel,
Yes, Shakil.
right?
Yeah, go on.
With your YouTube channel, do you create everything? Like from
what sort of question is that, bro?
Start to finish.
Come on with the best.
No. But seriously, like when you look at your videos,
Do I
like
create
you said,
everything?
creative juices, right? So it's like a lot of
I like
editing
juice.
involved. You have like crazy like animations and stuff. So
Yeah.
do you create it, edit it, put everything in yourself, or do you get someone else to do it?
The thing is, bro, like this was one of the advices that I would give to other people as well. If you're getting into something like making videos, don't rely on other people.
Okay.
If you rely, for example, I've recorded something. I want to get it out there in a day or two. Let's just say there's something happened in the news. It's relevant for me. I recorded it today, I'll get out tomorrow.
Yeah.
If I can edit it. If I'm relying on someone else, let's just say you, Shakil. If I'm relying on you, then, bro, I'm going to be waiting a week. And I've had to do this. Like when you outsource, you're working on other people's schedules because you're not paying them. Unless you're paying them, you can't really expect much. You have to work on their schedule. So, bro, I had to spend quite a while, but I just wanted to do it, just learning editing. And you can do it off YouTube, bro. Look at flipping tutorials, download softwares. There's free softwares, bro. You can do it too with Can Do, bro. That's what it is, and that's why I'm able to upload the stuff as soon as I can, as soon as possible, because I learned the editing software myself, and I do stuff myself as well.
Yeah.
It's like the brother over here, he just stuck 2 cameras here, and you're sitting there just staring at me. In other words, in conclusion, yeah, I learnt it myself just so I have more flexibility. I don't rely on someone else, because with comedy, timing's important. I need to know I cut it there. Animation comes in there. If I give it to someone else like you, you'd probably kill it, mate. Yeah? Add a random picture, a sound, and I'll be like, I'll send it back to you, then you fix it. It's just long, bro. You have to learn to do it yourself. Be self-sufficient. Yeah? This is what the Prophet ﷺ has told us as believers. Be self-sufficient. Don't rely on no one, bro. Do it yourself, and inshallah you'll smash it.
Inshallah. So, you mentioned the word comedy.
Yeah, I did,
So
mate.
Would you classify your channel, Smile to Jannah, as just pure comedy? Because I mean, there are serious videos on there. There's certain issues that you speak about, but how would you define comedy?
I would say your first question, is it pure comedy? I would say the choice of theme of the entire channel is comedic.
Yeah.
But if you look on the Insta, I would say it's comedy / conscious.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's, as well as comedy, there's reflections there as well. You can't always superimpose or just shunt something into comedy. Sometimes you do need to try something different. And because of that, it's good to have some flexibility. That's why you're a nasheed artist. That doesn't mean if someone says, can you say a few words? Oh, I can't, mate. Salah. It's not going to work everywhere, mate. Yeah. That's salam nasheed. You're going to have to lob it off sometimes. You're going to have to be serious, mate. You're like, no, you can't do that in the middle of the interview. So, Smile to Jannah. Salah.
True.
So, in that sense, you have to be like a polymath, bro. In our tradition of scholars in all fields, bro, we've had scholars that were polymaths. Yeah, Al-Khawarizmi, Ibn Sina, Ibn al-Haytham, Al-Kindi, all these people, bro, they were polymaths, not just single subject specialists. So similarly, bro, be a master, jack of all trades, master of none. That's how I like to kind of skim through the surface, just be aware of a lot of things, and not just specify on one thing and restrict myself, and then if that thing is not relevant, then I'm screwed. Like tomorrow, if AI takes over, which probably will, it's on episode 4 of my Declassified. If it does, bro, you should be able to kind of adapt, because tomorrow your jobs may be taken over by automated machines. So what are you going to do then? They're going to be able to do Salah better than you, bro.
Yeah.
Better than you, bro. You can. What your voice is? What happens to your voice after you record it? It gets changed into electrical signals, isn't it? And then it gets recorded. Yeah. Don't you think AI can mimic that and even tune it? Probably of course they can, bro. Salah. Exclusive there, bro.
Listen,
exclusive
we
there, bro.
We recently had Ilyas Mao.
Yeah.
Who's a proper, like, a real nasheed artist.
So you're a fake one, yeah?
I'm not. Okay, firstly, I'm not a nasheed artist.
What are you then, bro?
I'm a spoken word poet, right?
Oh, damn.
Out of other things, right?
Should have done my research.
But listen, please don't do that again.
Do what?
I apologize to our listeners and viewers for that.
That was good, bro. I shocked myself there.
Yeah?
I think I need to hit up Omarisa, bro.
Might need to be a collaboration soon then.
Bro, make it happen, bro.
Yeah,
make it happen.
Okay, so alhamdulillah. Comedy, but you didn't answer my other question, which was how do you define comedy? And have you faced challenges before where like you've tried something funny, but it just didn't work out in the end? Have you faced those challenges?
All right. So you asked 2 things. Number 1, how would I define comedy? How would I define comedy? Something which makes someone laugh without going against the principles of Sharia. For example, you're not mocking anyone, you're not swearing. A lot of comedy today, bro, every other line is an innuendo. some sort of sexual reference
Yeah.
or a swear word. A lot of comedians use this, bro. A lot of comedians.
Yeah.
In the past, if you look people like Rowan Atkinson and these guys, they would not use swear words. And why do you think that guy's like a Cambridge graduate? Because comedy requires a lot of thought, bro. You're playing with people's emotions, yeah, and you're trying to kind of get certain ideas to them in a very clever way.
Yeah.
So I would say comedy makes someone laugh, but it doesn't. You don't fall into that trap of swearing or compromising your deen, because a lot of people have to do this.
So not at the expense of others. Like, would you consider, like, let's say nowadays on YouTube you have a lot of these pranks, yeah?
Yeah.
Like playing pranks on other people. Would you consider that as comedy? A, and B, in terms of like,
Or chucking a bottle of cold, a basket of cold water on your nan as she's walking, and he's like, ah, nan, I pranked you, and then the basket drops on her head, and then she falls unconscious. That doesn't make it on the video.
Yeah.
That just well, it might your prank's gone wrong or something.
Yeah, yeah.
But that, bro, as a human being, that shouldn't make you laugh, like tormenting someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, because pranks have gone beyond. And in fact, most of these pranksters have admitted that they've had to stage them now. It's fake, bro. It's general knowledge. It's standard stuff. It's not even real anymore. But just generally, prank, bro, it's got to be within limits, isn't it?
Yeah.
So same with comedy. Yeah, I wouldn't say at the expense of someone. Yeah, Shakil. I would say if the person is understanding and you've said, look, that's the deal, then obviously that's all right.
Shabbir, it is, yeah.
What? Shabbir, sorry. Sorry. Shabbir. So yeah, bro, Shakil, that's just the way it is, bro.
Okay, alhamdulillah. So let's say by the end of the episode you're gonna get my name right, yeah? Is that let's set that as short-term target.
Shabbir, yeah?
That's
Shabbir.
it.
I'll get there, Shakil. I'll get there.
Alhamdulillah.
So,
in terms of the purpose, so your purpose might be you want to make others smile. The name
my
Smile to
purpose
Jannah, where would that
is
come
to worship Allah.
from? Your YouTube purpose.
Oh, okay.
Smile to Jannah.
Yeah.
So that name,
making
for example,
people smile, as well as
to Jannah.
To Jannah, exactly. And how do you get to Jannah? By having knowledge, isn't it? By doing actions. So you make someone smile whilst inspiring them to act upon the knowledge that you've imparted upon them, but in a jokey way. There's a saying in Urdu, haste, was it hasne grado? I probably battered that and destroyed that. Brilliant.
I don't know Urdu, but it sounds like you patted that, to be honest.
Yeah, haste grado.
Because I mean, that slowly.
Yeah, it's like by making them laugh and smile, just like gently, you just kind of tipping them over, but they're laughing as they're going down.
That sounds evil, man.
It doesn't, because you just think about it. The person's laughing and he's on the floor. It doesn't. It's. I'm probably. Oh, don't do that,
bro. Come on, man.
Oh, sorry.
You're ruining
the equipment.
Yeah,
sorry. In other words, bro, think about it. From a small age, our parents try to educate us. Our teachers try to educate us. And then when we go to work, they try to educate us. We don't like it with teachers in the past because they used to beat us, they used to shout or whatever.
Yeah.
Parents, there's grounding, or just privileges being taken away, or a tappad on the face or whatever. And with bosses, it's wage cuts. People are always trying to educate us. Now, naturally, for us to do well, we need to be educated. So over here, I'm thinking, look, there's scholars that are educating people.
Yeah.
But rather than me going to that level, why don't I just educate people on the fara'id, the basic things, but do it in a way that it's more digestible? It's like giving someone medicine. If you give us medicines, it's bitter, but we can take it. But if you give it to a child, bro, you got to put in cowpole. Cowpole is just sugar, isn't it? Sugar and then the medicine diluted inside it. That's what it is. It's just a diluted message that's more digestible. That's all it is, bro.
So basically what you're saying is don't be so serious all the time.
I am saying that, yeah. You don't be so serious all the time. Because if you're serious all the time, bro, it's it's doom and gloom all the time. Anything in excess is not good for you. Even oxygen, bro. Even water. Your body can't handle too much water or oxygen or salt or sugar or even almonds. You can get cyanide poisoning from almonds, potassium poisoning from bananas. Yeah, overflow of water from drinking water. Yeah. So similarly, too much seriousness is not good. Prophet ﷺ obviously would joke and be light-hearted with companions and Aisha radiallahu anha as well. I don't want to over-conflate that, but what I'm saying is balance in everything, isn't it? That's why even in videos, you see sometimes I do vlogs, sometimes I do spoken word, sometimes I'll do sketches.
Yeah.
Bro, no one's going to tell me do this or do that. It's a message, and I tried different things. If you said before, what if it doesn't work?
Yeah.
I'd delete it, bro. That's a beauty. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Or the views get less. Sometimes, like there's one I did on, episode I did on doctors. Bro, me and my mate, we cracked up when we were recording that. It was one of the most enjoyable videos.
Yeah.
But people didn't like it. It's just the way the things are, bro. There'll always be someone that enjoys it. But you got to do things for yourself. There are certain videos that I did, bro, the views were pants. But then someone else re-uploaded it and it did well. But when I made the video, I didn't do it with that intention. I genuinely believed in the message.
Yeah.
If you do that, bro, even when you pass away, your video might be turned into something else. Bro, you really think YouTube's going to last into the virtual reality age? There's going to be other websites that might take over your nasheeds or something. It might be morphed into something else. So your intention has to be there, first and foremost, to spread the deen of Allah to all four corners of the globe. Once your intention's there, bro, then it's up to Allah, bro. You've delivered the message.
Yeah, very true.
That's how it is.
How do you deal with that though? So like views, for example, as a YouTuber now you've got over 100,000 subscribers. Like on a personal level, do you think, now there's an expectation I should be getting X amount of views, or my number of followers is this. So as now someone who's a Muslim, because we're not just talking about any influencer, any a YouTuber out there. As a Muslim, how do you deal with that? Does it get to you sometimes?
Views, bro. That's a good question. Well done, Shakil. That's a very good question.
There, right?
You're getting there, bro. That it's a good point you've raised, because views, sadly, when you're on YouTube, views and subscribers are the currency.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, if you're not getting the views, yeah, brothers come and they say, oh, do things for the sake of Allah. Yeah, you do things for the sake of Allah, but you want something out of it as well. You want to see that your content is getting out there. You're spending hours, if only 3 people are watching it, your grandma, your mum, and you, it's going to be demoting, isn't it? Not demoting, demoralizing, or whatever it is, bro. You're not going to feel happy by the end. So in that sense, you do need views. But do you let views dictate your life and your direction? Now that's the question. Because if I don't, I genuinely wanted to release a podcast on AI, bro. I thought it was very important.
Yeah.
But I didn't know if people were ready. But I genuinely put in, and I kind of put that out there, and I expressed to the viewers that, look, I find this very important. And if it does well, alhamdulillah, it does well. If not, that fard kifaya, because I haven't seen anybody else do it. So I felt it was an obligation upon me to impart that in the best way I could.
Yeah.
So certain times, bro, you do need to take views into consideration, because you can't put content out there that's not appealing to people. But at the same time, don't let it dictate you. For example, if I'm doing vlogs, yeah, I'm not letting people dictate my message. But the medium I might have to change. I might say, instead of vlogs, maybe let me try a spoken word. Let me try a sketch. So I'm flexible with that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the message, am I going to randomly start talking about these, KSIs and Logan Pauls in my videos? No, don't want to be doing that. So views do affect you, but bro, you have to ground yourself. And as a Muslim YouTuber, I know my views aren't going to be as big as, say, some of the non-Muslim ones. But that doesn't mean I use it as an excuse and be like, no, I'm all right with 10K.
Yeah.
Obviously, my aim should be to reach as much people as possible. But there's that balance between tawakkul and passion, and also reaching people as well. And bro, there's no simple answer I can give. It's difficult. Like sometimes I have to really tell myself off, like, bro, you're too sad that that video did not do well. It's out there, you've done whatever, learn from it and move on. It is what it is, bro. All it takes, bro, is one video. If that starts smashing it, then mashallah, that's all it takes. So you work hard, bro. 100 videos just to get that one video.
Yeah.
And that'll bring in the subs. But you gotta be you, though. It's like there's that saying, I think it's by Oscar Wilde, be yourself because everybody else is taken.
Yeah.
Yeah? It's a bit cheesy, but it's true, though. Like, why are we copying... Bro, Cristiano Ronaldo, there's only one Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah, there's no two Cristiano Ronaldos. No one's going to be as good as Chris. There's only one Shaquille. You know what I mean? There's no two Shaquilles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah?
Yeah, it's true.
So, in that sense, bro, be you. And there'll be people that kind of mirror you, or that respect you, or that can feel more, that relate to you more. In my local area, bro, I couldn't relate to the people that much. And it was kind of getting me down. And the beauty of YouTube is, bro, like during my tough times, during my hard times, like I was able to reach out to people who had similar sense of humor to me, similar goals to me, and I was able to network with them, bro. It helped me grow.
Yeah.
If I relied on my local area, bro, I would have been stunted. My growth would have been stunted. So that's one of the advantages of social media as well. I don't deny that. But again, maintaining that balance is important. It's very important.
How have you dealt with, for example, the more you've grown, the numbers have grown, the subscribers, followers, etc. You must have come across like people that are like, oh, Zeeshan, like randomly on the street at events, etc. Right? They recognize you. So how do you also keep yourself grounded in terms of dealing with popularity?
Bro, there used to be a time where when I was young, I was the only child, and bro, there was no TV at home. My mum would be, in the kitchen just cooking or something. I used to be by myself, bro. I used to be looking out the window, looking at the neighbor's child play. That's how sad and pathetic I was.
That's a sad story, man.
It is, isn't it? And bro, and I was by myself, playing by myself, and I would be like, I wish my life was more significant and Allah was using me for something. And it was du'as like that and feelings like that from a small age. And that's what I encourage for the viewers that have bothered to flipping stay this long in this age of flipping instant gratification. At times like that, bro, I was like, you know what? I just need that opportunity. And now that alhamdulillah Allah's given it to me, it's the same what Muhammad Ali said. People are going to listen to you when you're known, isn't it? So now finally alhamdulillah Allah's honored me with that. And even Muhammad Ali, he said he looked up to someone and he waited ages for him, and then the guy came and didn't give him a second look or said something, that really hurt him, and he'd been waiting for him. So I was like, if people come to me, I'll meet them with respect. Yeah, I'm not going to be like, yeah, salam. Like the Prophet ﷺ, when he would meet you, bro, when he would meet people, full body towards that person, and making salam, his hand would be the last to leave. He would give full attention. And bro, I think this is very important as well. And this is what I try to do. Yeah, alhamdulillah, I'm in an area in which not that many people do come to me, because it's mostly in certain areas that people recognize me more. Alhamdulillah, it's my area that keeps me grounded, because I don't get recognized too much. I just go to the masjid, I come home, I go work, I come back, and alhamdulillah, it's good. But in certain areas, bro, alhamdulillah, what I need to ask myself, why are people coming to me? But all I'm doing is what? Just talking about Islam, isn't it?
Yeah.
Same with you. Who are you reciting about? Allah and His Rasul.
Yeah.
So that's literally what it is. Allah's honoring me because I'm honoring His name. So alhamdulillah, bro, that in itself is, bro, that's honorable, bro. That's why if somebody comes, alhamdulillah, you do what you can. So yeah, it's just a mindset. And I just remember that time that I was in those positions. I try to remember times in my life that I was kind of lonely and pathetic, and Allah took me out of that. I try not to forget that, bro. That's very important for me, because
remember your roots, basically. Remember where you came from.
Yeah. Yeah, very important, bro. And I know the words themselves sound very cheesy, but it's important to internalize those words. It's the same reason I got onto YouTube, going on to your one of your first questions. It's because when I would hear lectures and stuff, bro, I wouldn't just listen like, oh, subhanallah, mashallah, oi, kya baat hai, naray takbir. It would be more like, wow, like Sahaba were like that.
Mm.
And bro, I would literally come home, like I would see shuyukh with the red and white scarf, and I would come home and open the book. It would inspire me.
Yeah.
And bro, I would internalize that. And then the thing is, when you believe in what you hear, you're like, why aren't other people also doing that?
Mm.
Why aren't other people also? Their fate is not looking too good. I need to help them. That's in essence what da'wah is. You've internalized the message. Alhamdulillah, all graces to Allah as much as you can, or at that level. But you want to disseminate that and pass it on to other people. That's what it is, bro. Like, it would annoy me when people would come out of that lecture and I would be like, whoa, that was amazing, bro. We need to do this and that. And people were like, yeah, subhanallah. Bro, it was that abstract word that people, although it means glory be to Allah, but they were just saying it like, even beyond that, subhanallah, subhanallah. But at the end, you see that guy like cracking, swearing, doing this, doing that. I'm like, didn't you just come from that bayan? Like, so I'd take words serious. So that impacted me. And I was like, you know what? I have to do something about that. And it's just the mode that I'm taking. But yeah, going back to your question, bro, it's just remembering that time and remembering your mission, bro.
Yeah.
Your mission statement. That's what keeps me grounded.
Let's talk about the other side of things. We've spoken about the you know, the nice side, you know, the popularity, the numbers, subscribers. Let's talk about the ugly side of YouTube, social
Let's do
media,
it,
which
bro.
is like, you know, the criticism that you might face.
Yeah.
Especially I think as a Muslim YouTuber, yeah?
Yeah.
A Muslim YouTuber, someone who's got, mashallah, the beard, the look, right? Now, have you felt like, you know,
I feel like
even
you're
though you're
coming on
not,
to me, bro.
even though you're not putting yourself out there as a scholar, as a da'i, right? It's
Yeah.
not there. You're just like, I'm trying to portray a message,
Yeah.
comedic, right? But you feel like sometimes people do see you and portray you as the scholar, and they hold you to task for things that you're just like, just leave me alone, kind of thing, you know? So the
Yeah,
criticism.
I randomly, bro, get a message saying, yeah, bro, do I have to give zakat? I got this much, I got this much gold, man. How much zakat do I have to give? I'm like, I don't know, bro. You're asking the wrong guy. Like,
Yeah.
so, bro, I got this argument with my brother. Yeah, he said this to me. What do you think I should say? Have you checked my latest video? No, first thing, bro, I tell them, look, I'm not a scholar. It's best to ask a scholar.
Yeah.
Because sometimes your ego does, you do get carried away. You're like, he's coming to me. Nah, bro. Scholars, bro, at the end of the day, once you've sat with just these oceans of knowledge, bro, your knowledge is pathetic in comparison to them. Yeah, you're pathetic. You are pathetic.
He's speaking to.
Compared, you know, to the scholars, Shakil, yeah? So what happens in that sense is you first direct them towards scholars. And then you say, look, but if it's something genuine, but some will say, look, but I just want you, what would you do in that situation where your brother was saying this? When it comes to rulings and stuff, bro, straight lock off.
Yeah. But
No,
like just general advice and things like that.
General
you know?
advice, I would. But I'd make it clear that, look, bro, this is, you know, my opinion, what I would do. But it's best to ask a scholar and da. I'd give like generic advice. Because I don't want to turn them away. Because sometimes I do try to turn them away, but they're like, bro, I don't have a scholars near me. Can you just give me something? Like, I understand you're not a scholar. As long as you've understood that, then I can proceed.
Yeah.
But yeah, you said, do people hold you to task? They hold me to task to stuff that I profess to do. For example, no music. If they feel that something is music, they'll tell me. But the thing is, I can't remember who said this, bro, but there is a mindset. Like, I do get haters, but the thing is, take the good, leave the bad. Yeah, from every message. No one's perfect, bro. No one.
Yeah.
So even from the comment, if someone says, bro, your podcasts are rubbish, But as long as he says, oh, because of your microphone, it's stereo sound, then I can be like, okay, podcast rubbish, that's obviously not true. Yeah. But the sound being rubbish, I agree, because I've got sound coming in one ear and the other ear separately. So let me change it into mono sound. Do you see? So any advice that's useful for me. But bro, I'd be lying if I say it doesn't get to me. Of course it does. Yeah. After I've spent time producing content and I put it out there and someone just disses it saying, that was cringe, fam, innit? That was cringe. I'm like, whoa, man.
What about when it gets that's one thing. What about when it gets personal?
Yeah, when they're like, yeah, I see you, I'm gonna shank you, fam. That one.
Maybe not that extreme, but
Oh,
you know,
okay.
just like something about you. Forget your video. Yeah, something about you, because a lot of
You're
people
ugly,
face
fam.
this.
That.
Yeah, something, right? So how would you deal with that? Do you respond? Are you the type to respond? Are you the type to be affected by it, or are you the type to just ignore it? How do you respond?
At times I would respond, I would give a troll response. Because it's a comedy channel, I would
Yeah.
respond in comedy. Because, bro, at the end of the day, everyone's going through something and you don't know what they're going through.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, we have Islam and we have the honor of disseminating the message. So, Alhamdulillah, Allah's using us for that. There are people, bro, they're not being used for that. They're going through all sorts in their homes. And for you to just say something from that position could put a stain on your dawah. It could affect your dawah, bro. One comment to one person, I could lose a subscriber, bro. And if it's because of what I'm saying, because I couldn't speak to him with respect, because sometimes people genuinely don't know, but they just can't communicate that. So you gotta be a bit understanding. Now I know that's easier said than done, but sometimes I would just reply with comedy.
Yeah.
Like I'd reply, but it's like dealing with the trolls. But mostly, bro, I just ignore it. It does affect me, but I just ignore it, and I can't respond because the price that I'll have to pay is too high.
Yeah.
That person might respect my silence and say, you know what, he's practicing what he preaches. If I'm talking about something and then I'm like, what you say about me, fam? I'll shank your face, fam. Then he's gonna be like, what the, like, what's this guy's talking about flipping peace and love and this and that, and flipping he's talking about shanking me in my left eye. What are you doing, isn't it? So with us, bro, even with you, like someone comes to you, you can't react like that, bro. It is kind of like a bit like a doormat, but you have to really think about, you have to defend yourself as well, your honor, and you can't just be a doormat that people walk all over you.
Yeah.
But then again, bro, is it worth responding? Sometimes people, bro, they're offensive, but they've made a good point. Like, why you always talk about negative stuff in your videos now, conspiracy stuff? But bro, if I tell you every day the name of the person and the time that they're gonna rob your house, every day, and you're able to call the police and stop that from happening, are you ever gonna come to me and say, bro, why are you always telling me negative stuff, innit? Like one day I don't tell you and your house gets robbed. Khalas. So if I know there's something that can save you, I'll put it out there, isn't it? So sometimes I have to think, like, how would I express or justify this to someone? Sometimes it's a challenge, bro. Yeah, there's no two haters are the same. Sometimes you want to respond in a light-hearted way. Sometimes, you know what, bro? Because I work with other colleagues as well. Because I'm a teacher, so I work with other teachers, bro. Sometimes when you're responding to parents, forget the other teachers, to parents, bro, a lot of emails are emotional. I was very offended. I was very offended by what you said. I don't think so. I don't think I'm very offended. All right, let's put that to the side. You said this to my child. Okay, that's the fact. Yeah, so separate everything else. Okay, that's the fact. You said this. Okay, deal with the fact. Got to leave emotion out of it.
Yeah.
Especially when you're dealing with your wife, or you're dealing with other people, bro. Bro, 75% of what they're saying to you is waffle. It's waffle. No, I'm talking about generally, not just the wife, yeah? It's generally, yeah, it's waffle what they say.
After this podcast.
Yeah, because she drove me here. But you just have to kind of, look, here's the facts. Here's what she's trying to say, or here's what he's trying to say. Yeah? they're just worried about their child, that parent, or the wife's just worried about you just doing this. Yeah, it might be a waffle about just something that happened in the past, but it started from you putting the towel on the sofa. So you just say, okay, love, I just won't put it on the sofa. West side.
In terms of you have these influencers out there nowadays, right?
Yeah.
So I think there's two sides to the coin, right? Two extremes.
Yeah.
You have the viewers and the audience on one hand, and you have the influencers, the people who have a responsibility. Yeah, you have a certain amount of following, you have a responsibility. So now, I want your thoughts on this, right? Because you have the audience who I feel like they're putting too much like hope in this influencer. So if they do something wrong, it's like, oh no, like my deen is finished. Yeah, and the influencer themselves, they sometimes go overboard and they don't realize their responsibility. Yeah, so which is like they're doing anything and they're saying, oh no, but this is my public life, I can do whatever I want. So have you also observed the same, and what are your thoughts on this modern day, like millennial age kind of like scenario that we're in now?
MashaAllah. Not only are you a beautiful brother,
Yeah,
but that's a beautiful question as well, bro.
MashaAllah.
I didn't expect you to ask a question like that, bro.
Okay.
I didn't expect much from you. No, mashallah, a very good question, bro. In fact, quite a few YouTubers have dealt with that, and it's a very good point that people do start pinning. The thing is, bro, the further we move away from the ideal examples, the more we're gonna look to other role models.
Yeah.
And non-Muslims do this a lot because they're further away from deen, isn't it? Yeah, some are atheists or some don't ascribe to any belief, but we feel like we have to follow someone. Yeah, we like mimicking people. Certain Muslims have also adopted that as well. Yeah, considering we're living in obviously similar surroundings to these people, so we copy them. So yeah, bro, definitely that happens. But the thing is, and that's one of the other reasons I jumped onto this, because I was like, you know what, alhamdulillah, I have a sunnah bed, alhamdulillah, I'm able to not use music or not free mix. You know what, rather than keeping that to myself and a few of my friends, why don't I also jump on these people? Rather than complaining and pointing fingers, why don't I flipping do something? Why don't I go on there, express my creativity, and then I can jump on this? And then I can say, you know what, alhamdulillah, rather than that guy who's not following the sunnah, why don't you look towards someone who is following the sunnah? Now that is now putting the pressure on you, because now you have to be consistent. So had you asked me the question that what's one of the trials that you face, I would say this: to practice what I preach, to keep my life as clean as I can, so it doesn't affect the dawah. Because I feel, from my experience, that alhamdulillah, when I'm living a good, clean, righteous life, I get more ideas. Allah opens my mind up more, and I'm able to express myself more proficiently and regularly. But if I'm not, then that affects the dawah, because even subconsciously I'm like, how dare I lecture people when I can't do it myself? So yeah, I would definitely say the pressure does fall on you, and people are doing this. But again, I think it's very important for people to understand this point: take the good and leave the bad. Yeah, everybody, like, I know brothers that in dawah, they struggle, bro. It's difficult. They're going through hard times, depression, lack of money, like basic problems. But you're not gonna know that on screen. For example, I may have had the most roughest night. In fact, one video I did recently, bro, the night before was rough for me. Family problem, it was rough. But in the morning, put on a smile, alhamdulillah. Because the grind don't stop, bro. Like, I could die. And I need to do as much as I can. Alhamdulillah, I'm fit and healthy, bro. We have all these equipment and everything. Whilst people don't even have a roof, we're going to be asked about this, bro.
Very true.
We're going to be asked about this. With all my comfort and ease, bro, alhamdulillah, I want to be able to say alhamdulillah. When I walk down the street, sometimes I feel guilty, bro. Flipping not doing anything. I'm living in London, mate. London. Not East London, yeah? London, South
Yeah,
London,
yeah.
the ghettos. But bro, we're gonna be asked about that sort of stuff, and that sort of stuff, bro, is enough, bro. Sometimes, and I say this for the people that are kind of on the fence at the moment, bro. Sometimes I just cry at night because I feel I'm not doing enough, or I feel like my relationship with Allah is not good enough, and stuff like that, bro. It has to, and the only time it's gonna affect you is if you are internalizing the deen. Different people watching will be at different stages. If you're like, oh, I'm not there yet. Yeah, your first step is first internalize and really soak in what the shuyukh are saying. When you're in the masjid, your salah, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. All praise be to Allah, Lord of the worlds. Like there's this little clip of Sheikh Shuraim where he's doing Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in, and he keeps crying. He can't even get that sentence out. Bro, it's deep, bro. It's deep. Internalize, bro. Internalize. First step. The number 2, disseminate. Okay, Shakil? Disseminate.
Don't break the chair, please.
Sorry, bro. Sorry. It's all good, bro. It's all good in the hood. So yeah, bro. I definitely agree. That is a problem.
Yeah.
But and people do need to kind of realize that everybody's human. If you start following someone and they do something wrong and then your world falls apart, you're putting all your eggs in one basket. You can't do that. Don't expect that such from these people, bro. Anything can happen tomorrow.
Yeah, I like what you said, as in take the good and leave the bad, because there is going to be bad.
Yeah, that was good, isn't it, Shakil?
Yeah,
that was good, isn't it? That was a good quote, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, these people who you see behind the camera on these videos, they are human beings at the end of the day. They might be Muslims, they might be wearing hijab, they might have beards, they might even be some of the biggest scholars in the world. But what I guess your message is, they're still human beings. They're going to make mistakes from time to time. And if they do make a mistake, then just like, you don't need to understand that they're humans.
Yeah.
But the good that they are doing, take the good. Yeah, that's your main message. And,
thing with some people, bro, you probably remember, I don't want to mention their names. Something happened, bro. They could just get ignored, whitewashed. Bro, if someone's been doing something good for 1 year, they do one thing bad, please do not whitewash what they've done for 1 year. Don't do that. Yeah? Understand that, take the good for what it is and take the bad for what it is. Don't now remove all the good because of that one bad thing.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
And at the same time, though, having said that, as an influencer, as a YouTuber, as someone with a platform, we still have to be careful, right?
100%, bro.
You still have to take your audience into consideration. Not that you're going to do it for them, because ultimately you're doing something to please Allah, but you still have to be careful, where you are, what you're saying, kind of thing, right? So would you agree with that statement?
100%. Even with that, when I'm with my wife and stuff, I tell her, and Allah bless her, and may Allah give us istiqamah. But sometimes I have to tell her, look, honey, you have to understand that if we're outside and we're doing X, Y, or Z, someone can see. Someone could, oh, that's my Jannah, oh, he's doing this. So when we're out and about, there's extra degree of caution. Yeah, of course we do that anyway, but sometimes you just have to make sure your camel's tied, just in case someone sees you.
Yeah, like
people might say, oh, why is he releasing video about him getting married? But the thing is, if someone sees me with a girl, they can assume anything. So once it's there, oh, he's married now.
Have you faced criticism just for the fact that now even your wife is in some your videos now?
Oh yeah, 100%. They're condemning me to Jahannam and all sorts. But alhamdulillah, I love these people. Because bro, we're all there. Everybody matures.
Yeah.
Whether it's rappers like Eminem, Tupac, you look at the early years and last years, bro, everybody matures. Yeah, and sometimes even when you enter the deen, you're very shadeed, you're very strong and garam and yo kafir, may kufr, kafir, kufr, kafir, kufr. Like they get up in the morning like a bida, kufr. Their tasbih is just that. But bro, you understand these people. Yeah, you love them because they're your brothers at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And if something happens tomorrow, bro, they're gonna say Islam, Muslim. So you gotta love your opponents, isn't it? Yeah. And you can't just discard them. Oh no, they're not even go to Muslim. Or they're part of this sect, bro. Whatever they are, help them, isn't it? Unless they say they don't want your help and they're really pushing you away, then just move away. Yeah, but don't just move away from your brothers.
Very good. Very,
You're a
very
brother.
good point.
Jazakallah, bro.
We're coming to the end now, but I
Why?
want to
I
end.
thought we got half an hour, bro.
I want to end with some practical tips. You know, you have a lot of people listening and watching. They might want to start YouTubing. They might want to start videos. Right? More competition for you, brother Zeeshan. So,
Bro, I've been asking people to jump on this, bro.
Yeah.
I'm the only one doing halal comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this kind of level.
Mm.
I want competition, bro. In fact, if you look, bro, all of my videos, I've enabled Creative Commons. Anyone can download it. There's no copyright. There's no copyright to the videos. Anyone can download it, cut it, chop it, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm open to that sort of stuff. People just don't have the time. People just don't want to. It's too much pressure for them. Because when you're on camera, bro, a lot of ayn, bro. A lot of ayn. Like, mashallah, you're a beautiful guy. But, bro, who knows how long that's going to last? Yeah? You know, something tooth might just go wonky, and that's all it takes, bro. Allah protect you, bro.
I mean,
But, bro, even like when Ali Dawa used to come, bro, after Salah, is one thing that he told me as well, and you know, we practice this as people in this field, bro. Your kul's on point, bro. Even, you know, your recitations and your du'as and your dhikr, bro. For us, it's extra pressure. You can't be missing that. All it takes is just one person say, "Oh, not mashallah." Oh, he looks good. And nowadays you don't know who's saying that.
Yeah, exactly.
Boy or girl.
Very true. So let's get those tips in then. So, new YouTuber starting off, not too sure, maybe not too confident in themselves, their content. What tips would you give to these people to become successful YouTubers who are, you know, benefiting people, creating an impact, like Smile to Jannah?
Passion.
Okay.
You gotta have passion. Yeah. Believe in your project. When I started, bro, the people close to me were saying, "That's not good. Bro, why are you doing bestie? Why are you dishonoring yourself like that? Why are you jumping around like a lunatic? What are you doing? Like, do something useful." But then years later, they were like, "MashaAllah, you're doing all right, you know? You're doing really good, mate." Passion. You got to have passion for what you're doing.
Yeah.
But even before that, bro, your intention. Like I said, once you've internalized a message, you have to have this thirst and desire that deen is not where it should be at this moment in time, and I want to contribute and I want to be used to disseminate and really spread it. You got to have this desire, bro. You got to be hungry for this. Sometimes I watch these motivational speakers, bro, whether it's Eric Thomas or Les Brown or even Gary Vee. These guys, bro, they this is what they talk about. You got to have entrepreneurship. You got to be pumped. Yeah, you got to have that drive. Bro, listen to that. But then just apply that rather than to money and business. Apply that to the deen. Do dawah like a businessman. Yeah, businessmen are trying to cut costs. They trying to make things more efficient. Same in the dawah. Rather than doing something long-winded, nowadays we've got a phone, you can link accounts and you can upload stuff straight away and good quality camera. There's loads of ease, bro. So, in that sense, you've got to be pumped. Yeah, motivated. And really push it. So I'd definitely say intention is important. Yeah. Even before passion. Because after intention, your passion should follow after you're motivating yourself. And then I would say learn. Learn what? Learn your deen if you're getting into this. I spent a lot of time sitting with scholars, benefiting from them. And learn the softwares. Don't rely on other people. If you start outsourcing, it's going to take time. Yeah. So you got to learn the softwares yourself. And the third thing, and this is key, bro. I've seen loads of people get started. Bro, can you share my channel? Can you share my video? Never heard of you, mate. Never heard of you. Who are you? Like, I don't know. He could be some dodgy guy. Faking his identity as a Muslim. Wallahu a'lam. In that sense, not who are you, i.e. you don't have a following, but who are you in terms of, I'm sorry, I can't put someone out there and then you do something dodgy and then people start pointing fingers at me. So you got to be consistent, bro. And a lot of people fail at this. Consistent when the views are low. Consistent when there's family problems. Consistent when you're just rough life. You're depressed or whatever. Bro, there was a time I was depressed. Yeah, it was rough times. But I still carried it on. Because I knew there were people relying on me. There were people depending on me. So that motivated me to carry on. That's why I would say I have a personal investment in this channel. Like, my aim was to lob it off after 100,000. I was like, that's it, I'll start a new project. But it's become part of my identity. That's what I would say. Make it part of you. You wake up, you're down, you're on the bus or something, your ideas are flowing. Yeah, your ideas are flowing, and you're like, you know what? This is my idea for a video. This is what I could do. It's not a part-time thing. Certain times, bro, there's people going out playing football or whatnot, and I'm at home editing. And I enjoyed that process.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that process. You can get up 6 o'clock in the morning and you'll be excited. Like, bro, sometimes I'm excited, like, the next day I'm posting that video. I'm really excited that it's going to get out there.
Yeah.
And those days, bro, I'm feeling the most happiest. Bro, when you're in Dawah and you release content and it reaches thousands of people, bro, and you remember your humble beginnings, bro, no one can give you that high. Because you feel like, alhamdulillah, Allah, I've spread your name to thousands of people. Bro, you can't get that flipping sitting at home watching EastEnders. You can't get that sitting at home flicking through Instagram. You can't get that when you're outside in a queue in a post office by W.H. Smith's. Yeah, you can't get that. That's why I'm saying, once you're doing it for the right reason, bro, the highs you get, you feel pumped. Alhamdulillah, I did something. I've accomplished something. You don't fear. None of that midlife crisis nonsense. Oh, where am I going? I know exactly where I'm going. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. Yeah, I'm fulfilling my purpose and I'm pushing as much as I can out there. Sometimes I see these actors and these musicians and the rappers. What do I see of them? Their interviews. Because I'd like to understand their mindset and their drive. Sometimes I'm like, these guys are doing haram. Look how pumped and driven they are. And then I was editing for half an hour. Then I'm like, you know what? Roll the sleeves up. I need to carry on editing. Another hour goes by. You look at someone else and they're like, that guy's doing this. I need to be more on point. That drives you even more, bro. Shakil, you understand what I'm saying, yeah? And this is the same thing with you, bro. With your spoken word, you're going to be like, yo, you know what? I need to release at least once a month.
Yeah.
How am I going to do that? Change my lifestyle, bro. How you eat. Yeah, your food. Because when food goes into your body, bro, it affects how you think. It affects how you think. It affects how you behave. How you behave affects your relationships. Your relationships affect you. Food's important, bro. That's why eat healthy, bro. You got to allow that tid, yeah? You got to reduce the Mr. Tid, yeah? And bro, mental.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people falling into depression, mental problems. Bro, you got to be on point mentally. When you speak to yourself, be positive. Not, I always do this. I always flop. I never remember things. No, say more constructive questions. How can I improve my memory? How can I make sure I don't do this again? And bro, don't be too harsh on yourself. Don't be too harsh on yourself. And be around positive people. Yeah. Words do have an impact on us, bro. Scientifically proven. Masaru Emoto, he's a scientist who's done experiments on this. Yeah? And that's what I'm saying. Words do have an impact. So number 1, food. Number 2, mental. Number 3, spiritual. Now, you're going to have loads of scholars on here that are going to deal with that spiritual aspect. I'm going to talk about it from a different aspect, which is 2 things. Education and job, bro.
Yeah.
If you're not educated and you get some waste man job, yeah, not on ilmfeed doing present. This isn't a waste man job, yeah. But if you do, bro, you're going to be leaving home early in the morning and coming home late at night. You're not going to be able to pray in the masjid.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to give your family time. You're not going to be able to do reading and fulfill yourself and your hobbies. You're going to be an unhappy individual. You're not going to be able to practice your deen properly. And how did you get to that place? You weren't educated. You were flapping around when you were in school, bro. I think that's very important to maintain your spiritual life. Yeah? And lastly, I'd say TV and music, bro. They affect our perspective. They affect our views on life. Be very cautious about what you're allowing into your brain. We're very cautious about what goes on our body. Less cautious about what we eat. Even less cautious about what goes into our brain through our eyes and ears. And we need to be very cautious, bro. Be very cautious about the programs that you're watching. Be very cautious about what you're listening. Listen to my man Shakil the poet. Yeah, listen. I actually nearly said your real name there, bro. So slipping there.
Listen to ilmfeed podcast. Listen to declassified podcast.
That's
basically,
it, bro. Exactly, yeah. So podcasts, bro. This is ingenious, man. Flipping 1.5 hour discussions, and it's become fashion, bro. That's brilliant. Yeah, and the fact that people are jumping on, alhamdulillah, that's brilliant, bro. So be selective about who you're listening to, what you're allowing into your body. Look after yourself.
Yeah.
Flipping people being depressed and this and that. You gotta really track it back to its roots. Or what are you doing to yourself? So that's how I would say, bro. And that's what I'm obviously trying to do. And after I've cleaned up my diet, bro, and changed my lifestyle, bro, after doing 3 jobs at the end of the day, alhamdulillah, I'm still revitalized. Whilst before, after doing 1 or 2 jobs, I'd be mash up, bro.
Yeah.
I'd be DED dead. Finished. But now, alhamdulillah, when I come, alhamdulillah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I can still do a video. Can still do a podcast. So, it's just about these things, bro. Like life, it's a gift from Allah. And we need to respect that. And we learn about everything else, but we don't learn how to live.
Yeah.
That's the stuff that gets pushed to the side.
Alhamdulillah. You know what? That's a very, very deep... that's a different side I saw to you there for the last 10 minutes or so, mashallah. Very nice end with, I think, some very practical tips, really good pieces of advice there for myself to take on board and for everyone, inshallah. Brother Zeeshan, it's been a pleasure.
Really, bro? Has it been a pleasure?
It's been a pleasure, man, honestly.
Yeah.
And though you made my life a bit difficult at the start, right?
Let me say one other thing, bro, yeah?
Go on.
You're probably going to edit this bit out, yeah?
Yeah.
But this is another thing I wanted, because mashallah, I don't know, your audience might grow. Inshallah, it does. But there's another thing as well. When I was young, bro, and even in my middle years, I was quite an alone person. Yeah, because I didn't have siblings. My father passed away when I was young. I was alone, bit of a loner, yeah. And there were things going on in school or whatnot, and I would come home, and I do get messages from certain people saying, "Oh, I'm home alone," or I don't have this, I don't have that. The thing is, bro, when you're alone, and when you feel there's nothing going for you, brilliant. That's brilliant, because now you have more time. You've got less people on your case, and the beauty is, bro, YouTube is free. You can learn softwares. You can learn Photoshop. You can learn After Effects, Adobe Premiere, Wondershare Filmora. All of these softwares, bro, they don't take that long. You can learn them for free. Download them, the programs, and you can edit videos. Bro, all of my videos are free. You can take them, cut them up, make your own channel. Yeah, you can take bayans, lectures, cut them up, add a little nasheed, subtitles, grow your channels. So if you are alone, if you are going through something, then that gives you more time. When I was in a very deep, dark place, what I would do is, bro, it gave me a chance to reflect. I would read a lot of self-help books. I would question my beliefs. I would speak to scholars. My beliefs became more real and deep-rooted rather than I'm Muslim because I'm born in a Muslim country. Bro, it totally internalized my faith. And I was able to learn stuff in the time that I invested in my deep, dark place, bro, now it's flourishing. It's like a seed.
Yeah.
You plant the seed in manure, in crap, in garbage, and then the seed has to fight its way through the darkness. But once it succeeds, bro, and it breaks through the ground, that's when people appreciate it. They don't appreciate it when it's a seed. Currently now people are seeds. Let yourself grow. When you grow from the garbage that's around you, and then you flourish, there will inshallah come a time after hardship comes ease, and you will grow and flourish into a flower. And please invest yourself into these things. Learn softwares. Yeah, learn softwares and make use of your idle, sad, alone time. Because Umar radiallahu anhu said, I've seen this quote, I don't know the reference, but the meaning is good. Yeah, and that is, sometimes people with the worst pasts make the best future. And I can say that for myself, bro. People didn't know, and most don't know, what I went through. But alhamdulillah, I'm not going to start plastering in front of people so they give me sympathy, bro. Not interested in that. Alhamdulillah, I am where I am, and that's helped me. But please don't let that cripple and disable you. That's all I'm saying. Use it to make you stronger, and now it will help you in your relationships as well. Because you know who you are. You've gone through that. I fear for the people that don't go through challenging moments like this, bro. Because it's going to happen later on. Yeah. It's like that measles thing. Once you've had it once, or chicken pox, yeah, you're cool. You're fine. Yeah, so that's one thing I want to say. And also, if you're underprivileged or whatnot, you're more likely to do well because you've got that ladder. You can see you're climbing up.
Yeah.
But if you're already privileged, what's motivating you? You have to work harder.
True, yeah.
So that's one thing that I wanted to add in, bro.
No, thank you for that. Jazakallah khairan, Brother Zeeshan. Honestly, it's been a pleasure, and we've learned a lot from you. And inshallah, people who are listening, people who are watching, they can take this advice on board and really, inshallah, flourish in their own YouTube careers, we could say.
Inshallah, Shabbir.
And continue benefit people. Alhamdulillah, you got it right.
Alhamdulillah.
Oh, man, alhamdulillah. Very happy to hear that. Barakallahu feekum. Thank you so much. And of course, to all of our viewers and listeners.
And Shakil behind the camera, man.
Of course, the ilmfeed team as well, the cameraman, everyone else. So you're not
call him by his name, fam.
Shakil. Yeah. Finally. Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much. We hope you enjoyed, inshallah, this podcast episode. Be sure to subscribe to the ilmfeed channel and to subscribe to Smile to Jannah's channel as well. Keep an eye out for more content coming your way, inshallah. Nice end there from Brother Zeeshan, Smile to Jannah. From myself, Shabbir. I'm going to try and cut this off so that you don't need to hear him anymore. Until next time, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.